Hey, 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 Music Therapy Laz here. What's happening, everybody? Welcome to the show. Yes, sir, Gear and Demos. The Gear and Demos show, indeed, that's right. Where all kinds of stuff like that's happening. So far, so good. None of that. None of that. Hopefully, none of this either. Hopefully, no explosions. Hopefully, nothing happened. Hopefully, it's going to be all like that. Fun and laughs, right? What's happening, everybody? Yes, that was me playing the guitar here. This is my magical guitar that I took with me to Peru. And I put this into the Aramamuru gate, and it opened multiple dimensions. If you want to check out the multiple dimensions key, this guitar right there opens them. Yes, indeed. I'm sure. So thank you, everyone, for coming. I just want to let you guys all know that we do have our guests in waiting in the wings. We're getting things set up, thankfully, just in time. We have everything ready to roll. And the only thing I don't have is the backdrop for my, when we have our two-person thing. I usually have the Franken van in the backdrop, and it's gone from StreamYard. I don't know why. So I didn't dare to try to mess around with things, because, you know, that's how things go bad. But we still got the pumpkins here. We got the, okay, let me get it. This one's the Pink Floyd pumpkin, the pumpkin face heads from the wall. And that one is actually that pedal show pumpkin head, because it's got the that pedal show hat on it. Got some other stuff hanging on the wall, guitars and whatnot, of course. All kinds of goodies for you guys. We got 3, not 1, not 2, but 3 things to demo. Well, 4 things to demo. Well, 5, actually 5 things to demo for you guys tonight. So hope you're going to enjoy that. But the first thing we're going to demo before we get into the roll call and all that is our good friend here. That's right, Jimmy from Guitar Meets Science.
Hey, Laz, what's happening? I'm not worthy.
Oh, yes, you are. I'm not worthy. You've got like 10,000 times more subs than I do, so I'm the little guy. You got music going on, something I'm planning to do. I keep planning this. For years I've been planning this, and it's a crazy process we all go through, you know, with life in the way all the time. But we're doing the best we can. Yeah, but life. And this is part of it, right? This brings all of it out. Like heightens the life experience, wouldn't you say?
Folks, this here is life. You know.
Yes, this is the best life right here. All this stuff, craziness over here. Wait till you see my crazy pedal setup over here. It's crazy. Anyway, some of you might have seen that. If you checked out my Instagram today, I threw up a picture of this pedal board that's down here that I threw together real lickety-split before heading off to a Halloween jam night where I imitated SRV. Hence, I shaved my whole face off down to that thing, and my wife hates it. So I tried to grow it back as fast as I can. It's just little fuzzy stubbly stuff right now. But before we go on, let's first off say hi to everyone that's in the chat so far. So first in, of course, is Tim Thomas. What's up, Tim Thomas? Actually, I think Nelson Rodriguez was first. I saw him in here first. And now Tim Thomas came in. Magic Man, the man. There's me saying hi to everyone. Then Mark EFX, dude, what's up? Terry Himes, my man, Terry Himes. Yes, we should say, like, we should clap for all the people. Oh, that's not a clap. That's right, there we go. Yeah, the stadium clap. That's what we need, is a stadium roar. We got to maybe put this on a reverb effect and delay, right? And then we've got, yeah, right, that'd be crazy. And we got, I think I said Terry Himes. Then we got Mark Tanner, all the way from Australia. Tanner. That's right. Hey. Dwight the Hitman Bailey. Dwight. What's up, Hitman? That's right, the raw rocker. Rah. Well, actually, isn't that? Oh, no, that's Yeah. I'm thinking about Yeah. That's somebody else, right? So some. I think everyone here. Rick Hefner, what's up? Everyone Rick. Here, of course, is part of the Metalhead Hippie Show too. I'm sure most of the people in here. Oh wow, my honey bunny just turned on the heater. Hang on a second. Let me close my door.
Andy Dion, thank you, man. Yeah, Janice in the house.
Janice, the big Janice, the big winner. Her package went out in the mail today. Finally, I got the packages out. Oh, by the way, I got this. This is kind of a cool homage to Blue Rhino, one of our friends in the Johnny Bean show. He's got his buddy John Mancuda, and he has this little companion, the Blue Rhino, that keeps him company. But when I went to the San Diego Zoo, I found out that there are really live unicorns in the world. They are the rhinoceroses, right?
Yes.
And there's the single-horned rhinoceros that has, they're the gray rhinoceros. They're actually extinct at this point. There's, well, almost. There's 2 female rhinoceri, and they're trying to genetically, inseminate them with white rhinos stuff. So we're going to have a new species of rhino, a white and a gray mixed, so we can kind of try to keep the single-horned beast alive. But they're almost extinct. But that's why I have the Save the Chubby Unicorns shirt on today.
Did you hear that they're actually working on crossbreeding elephants and rhinos?
They do it naturally themselves out there in the wild, right? I mean, somehow we all got to where we are from being a little slimy thing in the water somewhere in the mud, apparently, right? So, doing it under a microscope or it happening out there in the world, I guess it's okay. Hopefully they don't make some kind of weird creatures that take over.
But yeah,
that would be the problem.
The elephant rhino hybrid, you know what it's called?
A rhinophonant.
Elephino.
Oh, I should have known that one. Good job. Good job. Hold on. Yeah, these things are crazy good. You got to get these if you can find them. It was hard to get these, but I finally got 3 different ones, and they're a lot of fun. This is my favorite. Ones. Yeah, check them out.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah, this is the original. This is the one I got, and then this is the most latest one.
What's the
this
alien
one? The alien one's kind of cool. Let's check this out. It has a little different sound there. Let's see if we can get the alien sound. And we have this.
Oh, I like that.
That's the alien spaceship landing. That's if you really like it.
You probably take those and hold those against your guitar through the amp. And
I bet you I can come up with some kind of who would be someone who did that kind of a thing? Steve Stevens. He did the ray gun thing, yeah. And he got that feedback going with his amps and stuff. And yeah, he even has a special ray gun made just for that now. And he has guitars set up where he hits a button that does the ray gun thing, I believe.
Just built right in the pickups.
Yeah,
now.
And Friedman's making his amps now too. So
I'm
gonna take a little swig of this. This is a little bit of the ale from Mexico. This is that Especial, Modelo Especial.
Keeps you from ailing.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So Jimmy, tell us all about your reason for being here. You're gonna do a demo for us, which is part of what the show's about. It's about demoing not just my gear and gear that I can get to show you guys, like this one pedal I was mentioning in the description, but people in the community. If you guys want to come in and show us either a special guitar that you love or a piece of gear that you love, maybe you still have your first guitar ever. I wish I still had that. Or maybe you have like some new piece of gear that no one else has or knows about and you want to show off, Bring it on the show if you like to, and we'll put you on. And what we're going to have Jimmy show us is he does his Sunday mornings, right? Or do you do another show as well, or just Sunday mornings?
Yeah, just Sunday mornings for now.
Yeah, Sunday mornings. He does a live jam kind of thing where you can hop in and support him and at the same time listen to what he's doing. He's a monster on the guitar. And do you do lessons?
I used to, way back in the day.
You used to, yeah, because you know your stuff.
Done lessons, and I haven't done them in ages, but yeah. I used to teach.
There you go.
Yeah, teaching's a good learning experience. So
it is. Matter of fact, if anything has taught me, not just being a student of life and student in every aspect of education, is that when you're a teacher, you probably learn more than when you're a student. Absolutely. Oh, yeah. Because it forces you to come up with a set program of some sort, some kind of a class structure, and then you start structuring things. And I think the hardest part of getting something across to musicians, I think, or people that want to be musicians, is is that there are certain things that in music you can't do by structure. It has to be by feel, something
Yeah.
you probably know very well, as well as some of the new guests in our show here. Let's say hi to some of the new people. Zach Thong is in here. Keith
Zach.
Campbell's in here.
Hey.
Gary Hubbs. What's up, Gary Hubbs?
Gary Hubbs.
Andy Dion. He won one of my pedals last year, dude, right? I think he got
wins everything.
Did he get the fuzz pedal? Which one did you win, dude? I think it was the fuzz, wasn't it? I can't remember. It might have been one of those Behringer ones, And then Kurt, 5150, the Reverend, is in the house. Rev and I are gonna do we're gonna do a little road trip with the Franken Band next year. So I don't know what's gonna work for him time wise, but sometime late spring or summer I think would be a good idea before NAMM, or maybe right before NAMM. Maybe we go to NAMM in the Franken Band. That would be amazing, right? So the Franken Band still needs a little work. I think I said hi to Rick Hefner already, or Hefner. Hefner. I know it's spelled like Heaf, but I think it's Hef, like the Hef.
Yeah, I always said Hefner too.
Yeah, like right, Hefner. Yeah, the Hef.
Don't hassle the Hef.
Don't hassle Hoff the Hef. And then who else do we got here? We got. I think that's pretty much everybody, right? No, we got Dan in New Jersey and Matthew Stewart.
Yeah.
What's up, Matthew Stewart? What are you doing in this house? What's up, dude? Yeah, so Jimmy's gonna do a cool demo. We got the sound set up for it too. He's gonna do a cool demo of that Sunday morning live rig that he performs with. And I've seen some other guys do some pretty crazy stuff too, like Vince Janella. He's one of my favorite dudes. I like watching his show. I think he does his on Friday nights. Great show to watch if you just want to listen to somebody rip. That guy's just, he's got Satriani level skills. That guy. I mean, close, right? Pretty good. So yeah, we're gonna have this. Symmetry's here too. Hi, Symmetry. So we're gonna have this, and then real quick announcement. Sunday, of course, we're gonna do the show as usual, and I'm gonna start gearing up for some kind of a Thanksgiving giveaway or show, just a small thing. And then the 12 days of Christmas, of course, we're gonna have 12 small items, some giveaway stuff, strings and picks, and nothing. I don't have that kind of following yet. Unfortunately, if I had people throwing the stuff gear at me, I'd be giving it away like Robert Baker. That guy's got it going on. But yeah, I think there's some interesting news in the community that we can share after you do your demo. But I'm going to try to keep it as close to an hour as I can for you all. But if you go long, we go long, and it's up to the chat. If you guys want to hang, I'll hang it even after Jimmy leaves if he needs to leave. Because where are you coming from? Jimmy? Where are you at?
I'm over in Arizona.
Arizona, so you're same time zone pretty much, right?
Yep. Same time zone, yeah.
I was just there, dude. I bought that guitar right over that shoulder, that Friedman from Zins.
Oh, wow.
I don't know how far you are from them, but Dane at Sims Guitars in Mesa.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not far from there at all, actually.
Yeah. So I ended up driving through there on our trip with relatives, and I told him, dude, I want to buy a guitar while I'm here, and I'm going to have you ship it to me because it's a joke that he doesn't ship. And he was bringing out some stuff. I even saw one of Dave Reese's guitars, the DR guitars. He had a real nice Telecaster there, real nice, warm at neck and everything. I was tempted. It was a good. I mean, the parts alone were more than what that sale was going for. But I told him, I really am. I've got to tell you, I'm really looking for an HSS Strat of some kind. Pull something out of the back room, Dane. Bring me some of your hidden goods that you don't want to sell, but maybe you would sell to me. So he found this in the back, and it's got the cases right over here. Beautiful Friedman C&G case. I think it's called C&G, right? I think that's who makes those custom cases. I got one of the Strat ones, and really nice. And the guitar is built by Grover Jackson. Mostly, I think they had other techs, but this was 2019, and it belonged to Phil McKnight, which turned out to be something after the fact. And then I ended up taking a guitar hanger that I make, these like acoustic sound kind of guitar hangers. I got to fill the wall with them. I just have to have a little extra time, which doesn't exist.
Yeah,
to build them. Yeah, but I built him the one that we were joking about in his chat, the leather guitar hanger. What I used to call the Soundtrap Designs guitar hangers, the STDs that guitarists want. But Johnny Bean recommended I change the name, and I was thinking about, well, what about Roxy's guitar hangers? And he's like, no, yeah, but no, but Roxy's. And I'm like,
Rock,
oh, that's kind of cool. So we're gonna use Roxy,
Rockies.
my bird, you know. Why
Yeah,
is there a StreamYard up here? We're gonna have Roxy's guitar hangers. Yeah.
I think that's pretty catchy. Yeah.
All right. So without further ado, we're 15 minutes into this. Why don't we let you take the rest of the show here? I'm going to spotlight you, and you can show us what you want to show us about your rig there. So
Sure.
here you go.
Absolutely. Hey, we're talking gear. This is a very cool thing. So for the live streams, well, the setup has morphed and evolved along the way. But what I'm going to do is take us all on a little field trip here, if I can, with this camera. And I'm going to set it up here. Let's see if I can get this tripod to collapse a bit so I can point the camera down at it. Pardon the mess over there. Still
be careful. Last time I did something like that, the laptop fell over and
oh god, that's when you know it's really fun. Let's see here. Okay, well now we get a pretty decent look at the pedal, I'd say that way, or the pedal board, should I say? Started off as a TV stand. This was a TV stand that has casters in the bottom, and what I was going to do is set it up for the laptop setup that I use for the live stream, which I have over there. Well, I happen to have that old cabinet laying around. Well, I realized that this would actually make a good bottom for all the stuff I had strewn on the floor in the old studio, which, you know, half the time I'd get up in the middle of the night, go in, whatever, like if I couldn't sleep or whatever, to go on the computer, and I'd bang my toe into the corner of the Boss pedal over there, and that would hurt quite a bit, all that. So,
oh, I bet that would not feel good.
yeah, so it was pretty much a matter of sort of saying, well, you know, why not take this TV stand, just take the top completely off of it and use just the bottom with the casters, and then just smack everything on there. So that's what I did. Everything's command stripped down because it really doesn't have to go anywhere. It's not like I'm going to take this out live anywhere. This is just the YouTube rig, I guess is what I'd call it, because that's pretty much predominantly what I'm using it for.
Nice.
So the signal chain goes, let's see here. Okay. So the guitar goes into the Crybaby wah on this one. Now, I did on the old setup, I had a boost in front. I was using the Sir Coco boost reloaded.
Nice.
But now I have it set up because I had to long explanation, but basically I had a Boss GT8 in the mix, and so I was kind of like looping it out into the More GE250. The More GE250 has some really good amp sounds, and it has impulse responses for cabinets and things like that. So I liked it, but I liked the effects of the Boss. So, but it was too big to fit on this board. So I was like, you know, I'm just going to use the More, but the More, you can either use the volume pedal to, you know, raise and lower the gain, or a wah pedal. So I was like, well, I'll just let that be that, and I'll just let the wah be here. And then when I need the signal buffer, it's just going through the OCD.
That makes sense. Full tone.
That has a good buffer in it as well. So this here is my chicken quacker. So when I hit that, it's pow, wow, wow. That's
kind of is it like is that the DOD or what? No, that's a Boss pedal, isn't it? Yeah.
Digitech.
No?
Digitech.
Okay.
Bass synth. I know my lights aren't.
It looks a lot like a Boss pedal, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I just bought a DOD, one of their filter type. Which one is this? Phil McKnight threw it up to his Patreons as, hey, get this, it's cheap. It's like $40 and it's freaking awesome. And I'm like, yeah, so that's coming.
Oh, that's sweet. Yeah, it's this pedal here was it was like the cheapest of the bunch. I was looking at a Pog, which is what Jack White had used because he was able to get like bass sounds going on.
The electro harmonics, yeah.
Yeah, and this will do the bass sound like that. But then it also has all these crazy auto wah and auto filters in it. So I just fell in love with it. So, you know, it has to be on the rig regardless.
Nice.
You know, so, you know, the regular wah, you know, for just rocking out and whatever. And then that wah for just getting all crazy and weird and funky. And the bass sounds good through it as well. The OCD to give a little extra gain, or off. It just works as a buffer. Then I go into the More GE250, which has a bunch of amps. Now, I picked that pedal in particular because it has a tone match feature on it. Sorry, I don't have a lot of cord here. It was pointed that way, but it has a tone match feature, so you could run it in, like, say, a 4-cable method with a regular amplifier, and it'll actually, you know, take the characteristics of the preamp.
Of a 4, yeah, nice.
And
yeah,
then,
I think I saw you mentioning that once before about the 4-cable method through that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
and
Guitar
now,
Hack's in the house. What's up, dude?
Hey, Hack. Hack is in the house. So yeah, I was running that 4-cable method with the Boss pedal, you know, and using that for the effects and using this for like the amp engine. Now I'm just using that, you know, period for the effects, and then like delay and all that, as well as the amp sound. All that goes, well, really all of this actually goes into, if you can see it way, way, way over there, is that machine there is the Zoom R16. It's a recorder, but I also use it as a mixer. And that's also what I record the music on for videos and stuff like that. So, you know, I could capture, say, guitar, and, you know, I could have, you know, stuff playing through that, going through the speaker system, as well as capturing the guitar through this chain in there.
That Zoom makes great products, by the way.
Oh,
yeah. Zoom, I was looking at their Zoom L12 and L20 mixer.
Right.
But I ended up deciding to just stay in the box, and I got this SSL controller instead, because I figured I'm probably not going to want to do recordings outside of the box. I'm going to do it all through the computer. But it was a hard decision because it's kind of nice. I'm old school, you know, mixer guy too. I had a studio where we had a 32-channel Mackie board, and this was before, you know, there was even a DAW. I was using Cakewalk Pro as my sequencer through my keyboards and the SPD8 drum thing and a bunch of synthesizers and rack mounts and whatnot. And then we were recording that through a program back then called Session 8 that went into some ADATs. And that's how we were recording off of a 32-channel Mac. Yeah, off of a 32-channel Mackie board using an ART, you know, one of those tube style, you know, I guess pre's before you had interfaces and DAWs where you needed a pre because you didn't have one built into the board, like with an expensive Neve or something like that. So we made do with what was available back then, and we you know, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, I had the ART. I had one of their processors.
Right, those are great. And the PreSonus back then too had some good pre's as well. PreSonus, that's where it all came from, you know. I heard, as a matter of fact, I heard they just got bought out. Who bought PreSonus? Can't remember who it is. Somebody like Fender or something. Yeah.
I think I'm actually.
I heard it on
a PreSonus audio interface right now.
There you go. The audio box. Yeah, the audio box. Yeah, they made stuff back then, and they were still making good stuff. But I had all kinds of. I had like Kurzweil synths. I had a keyboard controller, and then I had a JD800 synth, and a bunch of JV880s and other Super Jupiters and stuff like that, and some other modules that I used to do bass sounds and you know, and then the SPD8 pads to do the drums, and I would do the drums, you know, when I put everything together, and I'd even do guitar parts, even though I wasn't really a guitarist. I kind of learned as I went. You know, you got to do what you got to do.
That's the way you got to do it.
Yeah,
absolutely. But yeah, so and the microphone goes in there too. So that's all that stuff feeds into the looper, the Boss loop pedal, which is that one there that has 3 loops on it, the red one there at the end.
Yeah.
So those are 3 stereo loops that you could, of course, do infinite sound on top of. But I have it all set up so that anything that you can hear can be looped. You know, that was basically the premise.
The idea.
Yeah. So that this way, if I want to just sit here and go, you know, whatever, and that can loop, and then I could just add to that if I want, or just whatever weirdness that can be looped will be looped.
Let's say hi to Johnny Bean, by the way. He was out in this area, the East Bay, as we call it, and the godfather of the YouTubers, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Him and Henning. I think he's been doing it longer than Henning, and Henning's the one who got me into this whole thing, because that was the first thing I saw was a YouTube video of Henning building a 2-tier pedal board, and I didn't have two pedals to rub together, and I still watched that video because it was funny and it was cool. And I'm like, maybe I need some pedals. And I bought one of the pedals he recommended, and then now you don't even want to see what's on the floor over here. I mean, I could show you what's on the floor, but yeah, it's insane. Hey, Pooh Ninja's in the house too. So Johnny might join in. I sent him a link, so Johnny might join us from the Guitar Center in San Jose. He's on his way home, and he's going through San Jose, the Silicon Valley. Yeah, but Pooh, what's up, Pooh? He hasn't seen Hack in a long time. He says, well, you just go to Hack's show, and there he is. Dude, come on. Anyway, so why don't we hear what you got in that rig over there?
Let's see. Well, now you've seen it. Let's see. Yeah, maybe I could sort of point at it, because then I'll point the camera at it so you could at least sort of see what I'm doing, because I normally don't show it from that vantage point on my streams. So I got this old tripod, but I think it'll do the job.
Have you ever watched, I think it's Dave Byron?
Show? Yes, Rockin' Dave Byron.
Yeah, Rockin' Dave, man. That dude's cool. So I've chatted with him a bunch, too. He's super, super cool guy and has a really unique and very cool, optimistic perspective about being in the music business and doing that kind of gig. But he has a live rig set up, too, a different one than yours, but he has an interesting setup as well. It'd be great to have him on the show as well. But okay, back to you.
That there's a requirement of the pedal board.
Most definitely. I'm missing that effect. I need that effect.
Bill's chicken. The dog is very generous with this toy. So
the closest thing I have is one of these things, like this kind of a thing.
Yeah, it has a bit of a chicken vibe.
I got a dog. I don't have a chicken. I got a dog. I got a mosquito. Oh, that's a hachu. Where's the mosquito?
Mosquito.
Oh, here it is. That's the closest thing I have.
Wow, my guitar sounded like that a few times. So
I bet. There we go.
So now I have the guitar run in. It's just on some random preset. But see, I could use the volume to clean it up that way. That's what I like to do. I don't really like to kick clean or dirty. I like to sort of, go into it. Obligatory black socks to go with it, because I can't wear shoes in here. My wife does not like shoes in the house. I don't blame her.
One thing I will mention to you, if you didn't see my, I did a Guitar Mod Squad show where I discuss how you can modify your pedals so they don't hurt. As a matter of fact, let me bring myself back in real quick just to show you all this. I have several of them in here, and what they are is I bought these cheap versions. These very cheap. You get like 20 of them or something, or 15 of them for $7-8. Right? These are these barefoot kind of things, pedal things. But the problem is these ones are even kind of sharp around the edges. They're not really smooth and soft. Like, let me show you what I normally have them on. Grab this thing out of here. Unplug that. Yeah, I got into these, the barefoot buttons, right? And they're expensive, right? I mean, $15 for one of those. But
barefoot buttons.
Yeah, but you can get these cheaper versions of barefoot buttons. Oops. And then what I do is you can either put like a felt little thing on the bottom of it, like you do on the bottom of a chair leg or whatever, right? So when you step on it, it's nice and smooth. Or you can put a bottle cap on one. So here's the bottom.
A bottle cap.
Bottle cap. Why not? Cristal beer from Peru. I love Cristal. Or something like this my brother brought from Devil's Tower in, I guess it's in, where is that, in South Dakota or something like that. So Devil's Tower. Or you can even put like I did for one of the pedals that I bought recently. And the pedal I'm going to demo later. And it makes the top soft, so you can step on it with your bare feet and it doesn't hurt. So I can just stick that right there. I'll show you guys that in a second. But yeah, back to you. That's something you can do. So when you're wearing just socks, you don't hurt your feet stomping on those things.
That's pretty good. You can throw some rubber baby buggy bumpers on there.
The Back to Jimmy.
So yes, so we could set ourselves up a loop, you know. And then from there we could just jam along. Then of course we want to rock out. And then if we want to get really weird, we can just go here. And of course, we want our guitar to match the sound of it.
I love that.
Yeehaw!
Dude, this is way too fun.
See that? And we just kick it right back in.
Awesome.
And we have ourselves, I don't know, acid-soaked country or something.
Acid jazz country.
Oh, I like it. If that could pick up off the speakers, I would have looped that. So.
Again for you. I can do it again for you. It might be out of tune though. These boxes. You want it again?
Let's see. Okay, so now I might
Tell me
go
when to
through.
hit it.
I might go through your speaker, but let's see. I was going to take my
Tell me
headphones,
when to hit
put
the
them up
button.
against the mic,
There you
and see
go.
what happens.
Tell me when.
3, 2, 1, go. There it is. It's looping.
There you go. You missed the beginning part though. Yeah, it's missing that first note. Bop, ba-da-da-da.
Yeah, I didn't kick it in. I didn't kick it in
Yeah,
quick enough because our
yeah.
latency. I'm not
Oh,
quite sure
the latency jam. That's right.
I guess. Well, since you can repeat it, here we go. Okay, let's try it again,
All
right?
right.
And just
Yeah.
let it repeat the way you got it.
All right. Tell me when.
Here we go. And go for it.
Oops. And then you can cut it however you want, right?
Well, you can't really do much with this pedal. This is one of the older loop pedals, but some of the other ones, yeah, you can. Now, I could actually say if I like that, I could actually fly it into the computer. I can fly that loop into the computer, chop it down any way I want, and then just put it right back in, and it'll like be linked up. And sometimes I've had to do that too. I'd be playing. I used to load the pedal up with a bunch of backing tracks before I got lazy and decided to just go ahead and do it with my spare laptop that I have over there. That's what I usually use to play the backing tracks during the live stream. But before, I would, there's only like a certain amount of recording time that the loop pedal has. So I could stick in probably about, 10 songs, 15 songs in there.
Crafts by the Rose. Crafts by 3 rows or the Rose? Oh, the Rose. Okay. I'm not wearing my glasses, you can tell.
Not any Rose. It's the Rose.
The. That's right. There you go. That's right on. Yeah.
I like it.
Boomer Bass memes in the house too. What's up, Boomer?
Boomer. I know Boomer.
What's happening? Yeah. That's awesome. So you usually have drums and everything going. So what do you use for a drum thing?
It just depends. I'd always build up my tracks using like the latest one I did, the Kenny Wayne Shepherd cover, and a lot of the songs that I do. If I want to build up the tracks like from ground up, as I use FL Studio to the drum grid. So I just program all the drums on the grid, and then that triggers samples in Superior Drummer or Easy Drummer.
I have that.
Depending on, yeah, and those have really good sample quality to them. Nice randomization hits. So I set up the patterns that way, and then what I'll usually do is I'll render that down to a WAV file, stick it off into that Zoom machine over there onto the first 2 tracks, and then just start building things up on top of it. And then this way, if I want to capture it on video, I could do that, through the speakers, through the video camera or the phone or whatever I'm using, and then sync them back up at the end, stuff like that. Or if I'm just being lazy and using backing tracks, I'll just stick a WAV file of that in the Zoom machine and run that and throw guitar over the top of it, fix a couple of the quirky parts if I messed up or whatever, and, render that as a video.
Cool. Awesome. Yeah, I haven't gotten that sophisticated yet. That's part of the reason why I bought this one thing that I have sitting on the table here that I'm going to kind of unpackage or box for you all briefly. But yeah, why don't you tell us some more about your rig? Like, what's your favorite guitar and why do you have so many different ones? I have a reason for why I have different ones, but you've got like twice as many as I have. And there's a reason why we all have many different guitars, but I think we all have a different reason.
I guess I'm just a hoarder with gear. When it comes to wires, guitars, picks, I'm just whatever I can get a hold of, like the most of, I will. Guitars, I think I just kind of acquired over the years. One of them I found in the garbage can.
That's a great story. I love those kinds of stories.
That one I'm pointing at, I was taking the dog out for a walk, and there it was in a case, and it was completely dilapidated. So I took it home.
In the garbage?
It was like leaning outside of the garbage can. And
wow.
I thought it was just
somebody was like, come and get it if you want it, but garbage.
Yeah. And so I was like, I was taking the dog out. I saw a guitar bag leaning against it. And I'm like, guitar bag, maybe. Let's see. And I picked it up and it had weight. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. I opened it up. I'm like, there's a guitar in here. The strings were wrapped around the tremolo. I mean, the whole thing had just been through hell. And I'm like, well, shoot, I'm not going to turn down a free guitar for no matter what. So I just took it apart and got in there and, cleaned it all up and everything. And it plays great. I love it. It's a Bridgecraft. It's a cheap guitar. I looked them up online. I was like, did I find a
Switchcraft
expensive gem?
Don't Switchcraft make like all kinds of parts like output jacks?
No, Bridgecraft.
Oh, Bridgecraft. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Switchcraft.
I was gonna say Switchcraft. Maybe they used to make guitars. Yeah.
Yeah, you'd have to be. You'd be playing and hope a blade didn't come flying out or something.
Yeah, right. Switch. That would be. What would that be? That'd be Sling Blade.
Sling Blade, yes. Sling Blade. It has all kinds of surprises for you.
Yeah. That Sling Blade guitar. Took off my fingers. I play with my stub now.
Yeah, you don't want to be playing this guitar.
No. That was a great movie.
Oh, yeah. Billy Bob. He's the man.
Billy Bob Thornton. Yeah. As a matter of fact, Billy Bob, I don't know if some of you guys in the chat might have known this one, but probably not. It happened to happen during one of the Henning shows. But when he had Robert Baker at one of his Gear Street things, one of the first ones, the ones he did with Thoman in the beginning, he had Robert Baker, and he was calling him Billy Bob. And then one time in the chat, in one of Robert's chats, because I'm a Patreon of his too, I've always been a supporter of his, and I'm like, hey, Billy Bob, and he's like, oh no, that Henning, and I'm like, I know, sorry, dude, had to throw it at you once. I haven't called him that since, because respect and all.
Check. Yeah, the grounding.
Check. Yeah, you sound good.
Yeah.
So what else you got up there?
So now, guitars, I guess we could talk.
Yeah, let's talk guitars.
I wouldn't say favorite guitars. I mean, they're all my favorites in one way, shape, or form or another. But the one I find myself using a lot is this Ibanez Geo.
Wow,
and
Geo. Wow.
Yeah, it's a cheap model.
Cheap
But
model,
I scallop the fretboard.
So that's what you can do with them. Ouch.
Yeah, I didn't do the cleanest scallop in the world, but for me, it works great.
There you
Because
go. I've always wanted a scallop guitar. I'm a huge Yngwie fan.
Oh yeah,
and I know that Steve Vai scallops the bottom like 5 or 6 frets, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you get some. You get a lot more control over vibrato. You can get wider bends on it, things like that. So it's really handy. This has sole straps on there.
I haven't even played one yet. I've never seen or put my hands on one yet that has scallops. But
oh really?
Scallop,
Ibanez. Well, I guess Vai's would have scallops in the top. But nice. I scallop all the way down. It takes a little getting used to, but after a while, I'm hooked. I almost can't play on a non-scalloped one anymore. So,
Brian Spalding.
Brian Spalding,
what's up, dude?
What's up?
Thank you for joining. I haven't seen you in a while, Brian. What's going on, dude? I got to give you a phone call. Brian's the man. That guy's a serious monster on the guitar. As a matter of fact, he won one of my Soundtrap Designs guitar hangers that I'm now calling Roxy's. Thank you to Johnny Bean's suggestion, Brian. So one day when you're in the Bay Area, man, because I know you come out here sometimes, you got to collect on that. I'll build it for you in a half a day. It takes about a half a day. Well, it's a few hours to build one. But we'll pick out a cover for it, whatever kind of material you want over it, and we're going to build you one of those. And then you can keep it here at somebody's house, because I know shipping it to Hawaii is not going to be easy.
Hawaii. Wow.
Yeah. One of the places my sister would like to retire to in Hawaii. So I'm waiting for her to retire there. Waiting for my sister Monica. We call her the metronome Monica or metal Monica. She played in a band called Soulless Demise, kind of a thrash metal, but modern but thrash metal style band. And she played the double bass drums, man. She's a beast on the drums.
You got to be human metronome to pull those off.
Yeah, she's and all that stuff. Pretty insane.
That is cool.
But yeah, Brian, we got to hook up, man. You got to tell me when you're in town. I'm going to be going to catch Vai on April 1st. So Steve Vai is playing in Napa on April Fool's Day in Napa. No joke. I have the tickets on the fridge. I can prove it. Yeah, so what else you got guitar-wise there?
So, this one I rewired a bit. This is now a single coil on the top, even though it looks like a double coil. It just sounded better as a single. And then this, I have a switch to go ahead and tap the coils on this one so I can make it sound really twangy if I want. Give it a little more bark for the double humbuckers. To my, let's see, that's my mini bass up there. That's the Glary guitar that they sent for a review.
Cool.
It still needs a little repairs though, because I also turned that into a single coil up in the neck, but its output isn't high enough, so I got to figure out. Probably going to make sure it's wired right. Then I have a Samick, and that is an acoustic guitar with a piezo pickup in it.
That has a really interesting bridge. Look at that big fat bridge on there. It's kind of cool looking.
Oh yeah, here I can pull it down. You can look at it.
Yeah, that'd be an interesting one to see. And you got a double neck guitar up there too, I noticed.
Yeah, that's the OLP.
Damn. The OLP. Who has a guess
original
what that stands for? Oh, okay. So it looks kind of like a OLP. That's not Music Man, is it? It might be a Music Man, or is that the OLP?
Yeah,
no.
It's like an offshoot of Music Man, I guess.
Ah, okay, yeah, because it looks like something like Eddie Van Halen would play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. It's a nice and this is a nylon string, so.
Oh, interesting. I love nylon string guitars. I have a classical acoustic in the living room I love to play.
It's not exactly in tune, but Got a nice little Spanish sound to it, though. And yeah, the pickup is interesting, and you could
very cool.
Actually adjust the lows independently. Wait, so you get a lot of bass.
Oh yeah, nice.
And we got our treble independently too.
Nice.
And when I was playing with the Neil Diamond tribute band, when I was touring with them, I had to. He didn't like the nylon strings at all, but yeah, he wanted an acoustic sound, like a real acoustic. So he's like, do what you got to do, but you have to have an acoustic if you want to do this, whatever. So I said, fine. So I put nickel strings on here. 9-gauge nickel strings on it, and turned out that I was able to actually get away with using this guitar for both electric, all the lead stuff and all that. It worked. It just worked through the amp and all that. And then I could just go straight acoustic sound with it, and it just worked fine. So I didn't have to haul out another guitar each time I was going out on the road or playing out of town or whatever. So this became my go-to. And then once, I wasn't playing with him anymore, I went straight back to having nylon strings on it again. So
very cool.
Yeah, it's got a nice mellow sound to it.
I love that flame too. And what's the body made of? Is the back? It's a hollow guitar, or how much weight is there on that?
It's solid. No, it's a solid body. Yeah, it's a solid body. I'm not sure what wood that is though. Somebody out there, one of the viewers out there, may know just by looking at it. I'm not sure.
Well, that looks like flame maple to me on the top.
Flame maple, yeah, possibly.
Yeah, the back I can't tell unless you really hold it up really close and don't move.
Yeah, it's a Samick. Yeah. It's a Samick guitar.
Samick
made probably at about, I don't know, like 99, 2000.
I was going to say late 90s. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to guess by the design and the whole. That was like the Dave Matthews era, and people were playing all kinds of stuff like that. Where you wanted an acoustic or maybe a classical or something that you could play electric, but that also looked kind of modern and cool.
Exactly.
Yeah. There you go.
Let's see. What else do I have? I have a Franken Strat.
Oh, let's see that.
I'll pull that one down.
I'm a huge new fan in the sense of Eddie Van Halen. It's funny, the whole Johnny Bean crew kind of pulled me back in, like the Mafia, They pulled me back into the whole Eddie Van Halen world because I stepped away from that whole hair metal scene in the late 80s into the early 90s. I was not because of grunge, but just because it got a little old, the same kind of thing. And there was so much drama around, Eddie and all that at that time that I just kind of got turned off by it. And metal wasn't the same anymore, All the bands were they were breaking up or they weren't the same. And then, thank God, Guns N' Roses came about, and there were some other bands that were still, but then all kinds of stuff happened back then. So then grunge came. Yeah. And I was all into the STP, Soundgarden.
That song killed everything.
That and so many others too. That wasn't the only one.
Well, really, actually, though, what stayed, what I thought always retained the '80s groove or the '80s vibe, but got much more evil was.
Yeah.
Like Alice in Chains didn't deviate too far from that. They kept it real. But yeah, this is the old Franken Strat, and I bought this mid 90s, about 96 or so, and it's been through hell and back.
Nice.
It had been through hell and back even before I bought it. So, I've got the controls taped down, plugs all over the place.
And those look like lace sensors in there.
These are lace sensors here. That's a DiMarzio double in the bridge. Deluxe tape. Always have to have the tape on the bridge, duct tape, because of the way I pick. Oftentimes I'm picking at the bridge and I don't realize it. I end up slicing up my wrist. Yeah, I sliced up my wrist one too many times. So
that's what I've always appreciated about the first Strat that I ever had, real Strat. I actually ordered through a local store in Redwood City. And it was one of the Deluxe Plus models that had the three, you could choose. I picked it out of the book. Originally, I bought a Clapton model and had the roller nut and all that, But I didn't I didn't like the mid boost. I thought it affected I wasn't looking for that one sound he was making, And so I
Mid
took the
boost,
Clapton
yeah.
model back, and I didn't like that DBX boosting or whatever it was called. So I took it back, and they said, well, you can't take it back for the money. You have to get another one. I'm like, well, what can I do? And they said, well, here's a catalog. You can make one yourself. And this was like a year before the custom shop. So what I actually got was a custom shop guitar, but not custom shop, because they basically put it together off the line per my specs. Years later, like a decade later, I saw a Jeff Beck model in a Guitar Center, and it was set up exactly the same way as I had. And I'm like, well, I must have been doing something right.
Yeah,
I had
well,
it set up exactly the way Beck. Yeah. No,
maybe Beck tried it, and he was like, you know what, I like this.
I kind of had like a similar idea of whatever specs they offered. Those are the ones I got, and he did the same thing. But the bottom line is that guitar had that, more modern bridge with the flat blocks, and you didn't have that problem chopping up your hands. Like the one guitar, let me pull this off the wall real quick. This one guitar is my favorite, like Fender Strat that I have, and it's a commemorative Strat. So it's an actual. Let me highlight me because some of you have seen this already.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so this is actually a 2014 commemorative made in the USA Strat, all gold parts. It had the pearloid buttons, but I changed out the pearloid buttons for the ebony. And it's got the ingot, if you can see it.
That's nice. And why'd you switch them out?
60th, because I didn't want the pearl one. And because the
color,
the dots are black pearloid.
Yeah.
So I thought, okay, I'll get a pearloid pick guard, and it looks better with. I changed the knobs and changed the covers to black. I even have about that switch lock. Right there, that thing by the thing on the switch. I have a switch lock. I learned about that through RJ's channel. RJ
keeps your switch from accidentally flipping.
Yeah, so if you're doing something in the studio and you don't want to accidentally, because if you.
Yeah.
So, but it doesn't have locking tuners, but it has, okay spurzels. They're not great, but they're fine. And just a standard kind of tusk kind of faux nut. But I changed the string. No, actually, this one did come with the that type of T-style pro, like the the Strat Pros professionals come with those T-style string trees. So the less possibility of it hanging up on something. But this has the old style. It's the one thing I don't like. It has the old style bridge.
Yeah.
And I'd rather have the smooth topped ones like that Plus Deluxe I had.
Yeah, right? The Ibanez has the smooth top, and it's easy. Yeah. I don't find it slicing up the hand, but that's a cool guitar.
Exactly.
This one has
nice
the
playing guitar too. It has micro tilt on it, and it also has a compound radius 9.5 to 12 neck, which is perfect, almost.
Yeah, so it's a little bit of a bigger neck. Yeah, that where it's got some.
It has a 9.5 at the top, and as you come down, oh, yours?
I think mine's like that too, barring the scallops, of course. But
yeah,
like that. Yeah, and it's got the locking tuners, the Spurzels. Those are old ones.
I have some in a box, and I might put them on there. But I kind of like those. It stays in tune fine, and I don't break strings that often.
Yeah. I used to break them all the time. I don't know. I kind of stopped breaking them, but funny that once I moved over to like heavier picks, I ended up breaking strings less. I don't know how that worked out.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I've been moving more to heavy picks as well. I mean, what I have in my pick pocket right here, in the jeans. This is a pocket made for guitar picks. That's what it's for.
Yeah, you gotta have that.
And I've got like maybe 3 or 4 different kinds in here. And I'm messing around with these Dunlop flows right now.
Yeah, it's a flow, yeah.
Yeah, it's another flow and another flow. So
that's a good
this one's actually kind of like a Delrin kind of style pick, which I like the feel of it. It's smoother around the edges. And then these are a little bit different, more pointy attack on that one. More pointy tip. Same with this one. And this is just a little bit more flex. I think this is like a I think it's a 0.73, but it might be close to a 0.73. I think this is a, I think it's like a 1 point something. And this is a Delrin kind of nylon, little tougher.
Yeah,
and then I have something else I was going to show you guys. You guys know what that is?
Oh, it's the thumb pick, right?
Yeah, so this is the, right?
How do you pick with those?
Just
I've
like
tried
that.
to pick with them.
Diddling.
Yeah, I guess so.
So I guess, you hold it like that, right?
Yeah.
And it has a spring-loaded action. So this is the Black Mountain pick. They designed this. So it's actually, built onto the pick. So they're not cheap, But if you don't pick a lot that style, but they're great because they don't move around on you, and then you don't have to worry about moving your pick into your hand and all that. So that's from these fine folks. Black Mountain picks. And the slides. Of course.
Oh, it makes slides
slide too. I have this all in the description, y'all, if you want to look it up. But they have let me pull out the slide. That was one of the things I was going to show you all. Comes in a nice little box. And let's pull it out.
Pretty sweet.
So it has that same kind of idea, right? So you put that on whatever finger. And it's got a nice weight to it. And then you can just slide whatever finger you choose. They have different. They have a different level of strength spring as well that you can get. And yeah, there you go.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool.
Interesting, right?
Yeah.
So I haven't even tried it out yet. I just got it in the mail like yesterday. So that's one unboxing thing I was going to show you all.
That is pretty cool.
Back to you. Show us some more guitars.
Let's see. Well, and I guess more on this one I could say is that I set it up so that you could throw a switch and have it normal Strat wiring when you go across the switch, or you could have it where you have the bridge and the neck pickup together, or all three of them together. So if I hit the switch, which switch I can't remember. I guess I could give it a little bit of. So in normal Strat wiring, like say if I was to use the bridge, or if I go to the neck, typical Strat sounds, and then I could throw the switch, and now get a combination of both the neck and the bridge.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's got a nice, almost kind of a.
Yeah, it's got a little of that gristle, the gristle tone.
Yeah, so it's nice bite, and then if I want to go into the mid position, now I have all three pickups activated, so it's really good for funk,
Oh yeah, there you go. Freak out.
Oh, freak out! Freak out!
Yeah, get the head going.
Yeah, or hey!
Hey!
Get to the bridge! Hey!
Get on up! Hey!
So yeah, it's got a nice little funky twang, spanky to it. I like your James Brown, Laz. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Get on now.
Get on.
I love that. Yeah, I grew up on that stuff, man. I used to listen to all that stuff, all those Jackson 5 shows in the morning, and all. Yeah. I got into all that stuff, watching the Huxtables, moving on up. I mean, I grew up on Sanford and Son and all that. We watched all those shows and all those things. Yep.
There's the good music.
Great stuff
too.
Oh, the 70s had the best TV music of all. Yeah. Yep. Is that Fish and Gang? What was that show with the
Barney
detectives?
Miller?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oops, sorry about the clap, folks. right into the mic. Yeah. I actually I was hanging out at a friend of mine's one night. We were partying, and his son, actually, it was his girlfriend's son, who had a really nice Suzuki piano, one of those electric pianos, you know. And I could play by ear pretty good, you know. They just kept throwing like theme songs, like, can you play, you know, Gilligan's Island? And I figure it out and play it. And can you play, you know, whatever? I mean, Flipper, you know, and I play it. I play Barney Miller. I play, you know, anything, you know, hee haw, whatever it was. I'd play whatever they threw at me. I remembered and I played it. I had enough drinks to be loosened up enough to just do it, you know. And for hours, they were just throwing, okay, how about this show? And I'm like, you know, nailing it. I don't think they stumped me once. Yeah, Magnum PI, all that stuff, you know.
I'm sure you did this one right. Oh, listen to a roar about a man named Jed.
Yeah, absolutely. The Seaman Pond.
One day, shooting that spoon up from the ground. Come on, bubbling.
Black gold.
Coral, that is. Black gold. Texas tea.
Yeah, but they were throwing stuff at me like Green Valley, you know. I mean, how many knows that one, you know?
Green Acres.
Like,
How about
Green
Acres?
Yeah. Green
Yeah. Farm living is a life for me.
Some of the best shows ever.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I still can't get those theme songs out of my head.
No, you can't get them out of your head. They're like, yeah, earworms, right?
Yeah. Nowadays, I don't know. They went away, but they were great.
Well, you have that everyone know that's like Steinfeld or whatever, you know.
Your voice has gone digital.
Oh, did it?
What happened? It could be my.
I don't know. Am I here? Hello.
You sound like a digital piano now when you talk.
Oh, it might be your connection. Domo arigato, Mr. Roberto.
Am I digital?
No, you sound good.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, hey, people in the chat. How does he sound? It could be the solar flares. That's what my wife says. It was the solar flares that caused all
voice because it sounds like a digital piano now.
Well, that's wild.
Are you guys seeing that, or am I digital?
Hey, who in the chat is hearing my voice digitally? Oh, it must be him. Well, I think it's Jimmy's. That kind of gave it away right there because he just got cut. He got cut out. Laz sounds good. Okay. Here, Jimmy went fuzzy, and he went bye-bye as well. Oh, he's completely gone. Well, I'm going to take over the show now. How about that? And then if Johnny Bean pops in when he gets to San Jose, he can say hi. But perfect time to demo this for you all. So let me see if I can get this thing. I can figure this thing out here. I have a plan. Of showing you guys something very cool. All right, hold on. Yeah, we got guitar cam. We got that. Gonna mute that. Okay, enter studio. Here we go. Gonna mute that. All right. Check that out. High technology in action. I got my JHS pedal little soft button here, right? For that. And let's go ahead and plug in. What do you say? Let's do it. Ow, stepped on the cord. That's what happens when you have limited space in a little studio room, right? All right. Throw this over my shoulder. All right. Some of you guys can hear this. Let's see, what do I got going on here? Do I have anything plugged? Okay, I'm in the bridge. I'm playing my blacktop Strat. Still has the original humbuckers in there. I'm going to be replacing these with the Vinum custom pickups, the Rampage 80 style custom pickups. And I do have the, if you notice that very interesting bridge, that's the Vegatram. Very, very cool piece of hardware. All right, so here's my clean tone in the neck position. It's a little crunchy, right? Why is it so crunchy? I don't think I did anything to make it crunchy. And tell me if it's loud or too loud. Here's Jimmy's back.
Hey.
Yeah, I decided to take over the show with the JHS pedal real quick.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Something went nuts with my connection. So
Yeah.
I'm on my phone now. So
Oh, well, that works. I've had to do that before. Oops, I keep banging the headstock into the desk here. Let me back up. All right, so let's turn this on and see what it sounds like. And let me see if I can do one thing. I'm going to turn off the mic cancellation. I don't know if I can do that while I'm in here. No, I can't. Can I? Oh, wait, maybe from here? Oh, yes, I can. All right, let me get rid of echo cancellation, and maybe that will help with the sound so it doesn't swim, right? Tell me if nice, right? Let me bring Jimmy back.
Back again.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
How does that sound better? So Magic Man does say, so what I found out is if you turn off the echo cancellation, then your guitar sounds better.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I usually keep it off.
Yeah, so how do you guys like this pedal? I kind of dialed in a sound that I kind of liked.
Has a good bite to it.
Yeah, right?
That's
and
Paul
let me
Gilbert.
go ahead and hit this, I'm going to hit the title chorus, because we need chorus with that 80s kind of thing. So you know this thing has the Vega trim in it.
Oh, wow. That is cool.
Just drops in. It's wonderful.
Like
That's a great tremolo system for Strats.
Pays the tune and all. Ah, yeah, you got the pull up too. You got the pull up. What is that tremolo system thing called?
Vega Trem, like Vegas, Vega.
Vega, okay.
TREM, Vega Trem.
I'm gonna check that out.
Made in Spain and Italy. Nice, right?
Right on. Yeah, I like it.
Nicely in tune. Yeah, so that's that. That's this. I don't know if you guys want me to turn the knobs here on this thing.
At the mids you're boosting?
That's the mids. There's low mids and high mids. Here's the low mids. Oh no, this is the high mids, I think. I can't read
it. What happens if you how much output does it have? Like if you were to kill the drive? If you were to like kill the drive 100% and then pull the volume up, what would that sound like?
Yeah, this is the drive right here, right?
Mm-hmm. And then you crank the volume? No. Yeah, if you crank the volume and then you give it just an itty bitty bit of drive, you get a boost, I would think, right?
Probably. Just a tiny bit of drive there.
Yeah, now you're getting like a front end boost on it. Pretty nice.
Yeah, without it. With it. Pretty clean.
Yeah, so you get a bit more grit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Usually with the OCD, I'll do that. I'll just have a little tiny bit of drive and I just crank the volume.
Right.
And then it drives the front end. it for science. Exactly. There you go. Oh, damn. There we go. Woohoo! For science. He's going all the way. Oh, yeah.
It's almost like a fuzz pedal at that point.
Oh, yeah. It's like Hendrix all the way.
Yeah, right?
It's almost like your volume went
They
up.
say, well,
It's
yeah,
like your
most
overall
likely.
Your overall
sure.
volume went up when you started pulling some of the stuff down. So I guess you
that's
gained more headroom.
So everything at 12 o'clock almost. Let's see what it sounds like. All right, 12 o'clock. Without it. With it.
Like a big clean boost.
Nice, right?
Yeah, it's like a clean
You guys
boost.
want to see
all
the
way.
rest of the pedals? I can show you guys the rest of the pedals too. Let's turn this down for a second. So, let's turn that one off. This is the rest of the Halloween Jam Night pedal board that I threw together in about a half an hour's time, because that's all the time I had. And thank God, I just plugged it in and took it there and hoped it'd work. So we got the one spot powering everything there. I got my mini Dunlop wah on the end there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Coming out of a cheap Modtone, Motone, Mata, whatever, Chinese. I think I won that. I think that I won that. No, I think I bought that. I bought that on like Musician's Friend for like $20 or whatever. And then I've got a new acquisition right there. Another JHS pedal, the Bonsai. You know that one?
Huh.
Yeah, that's all of the Tube Screamers in one. All the circuits in one.
That is cool.
Then, of course, OG LPD, originally Brian S. That was his 87. And then he sold it to Ben Coombs, and then I bought it from him. And then I recent acquisition, the Solio Fuzz, limited edition. That too is a
cool pedal.
Really nice fuzz. You want to hear that?
Let's hear it.
Hold on a second. And then another really fun pedal. Tell me if you can guess this one.
I like it. Like 3 octaves. What?
That's the Bit Commander by Earthquaker Devices.
Bit Commander. Yeah, you can hear it tracking.
Yeah, this one's a really interesting one. This is also by Earthquaker Devices.
Very spacing.
So that's the Dispatch Master, which is a combo reverb and delay.
It sounds like an analog delay almost.
Really nice sounding, right? And then that's that one, the Dispatch Master and the Bit Commander. And then this one's a really cool, inexpensive pedal. But you know, BBE stuff, man, from the 90s and the 2000s.
Yeah, I have one of their.
Hold on.
I have their red stripe distortion somewhere.
Yeah. Check this thing out.
$19. Opto tremolo.
So with this.
That's That's got the spaghetti western sound right there.
Gotta have tremolo in my rig. And then of course you've got the title that I showed you guys, the
freak
chorus
out
pedal by, and the freak out too. Yeah, that's a really cool pedal. But the title is that chorus, real nice chorus. Nice, right? Without it,
That's not bad.
With it, with that little bit of and then of course you gotta have a phaser.
Gotta have a phaser.
You gotta have a Eddie Van Halen phaser. Oh, that one was the bump.
It's a real deep bass right there. You do that chicka 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 chicka. Yeah. That's just like off the album.
Throw that chorus in there. Right? Anyway, and then you've got this craziness. This thing.
Which one is it?
Oops. I knocked that over. Cool, right? That's
Got
that
some
freak out
feedback.
pedal. Yeah, it's the freak out pedal doing the feedback. So, anyway, that was
That
my
is pretty
weekend
cool.
rig. It was a lot of fun. Lots of fun was had, but it was short-lived. Oops.
The weekend rig.
Yeah, it was short-lived, unfortunately. Ooh. That, of course, had to happen. There always has to, something has to fall down and break.
I like that. I really like the octave effects.
Yeah, that's the bit commander. That's a fun
See, I only
pedal,
get
the bit
two.
commander.
Yours has an extra octave on the top.
Yeah, it's got a bottom and a top. So let me take this one out.
That's off the Digitech. Digitech does have some funky stuff in it.
Yeah, Digitech is fun. That freak out pedal's that Digitech brand
Yeah,
as
you can
well.
use
I lost my slipper. There it is.
see, what's this mode do?
Slippers. Oh, that's cool.
Of course, with distortion, you can't tell 100% the difference in the subtleties of it.
Right. But it still sounds
Clean it
cool.
up a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's got that filtery effect going, too. Oh, there you go. Nice.
Something like this.
Nice.
Almost like a fuzzy type.
Yeah, it definitely has a little crackly fuzz in there.
And then this one I usually use for the bass.
Oh yeah, I noticed that bass you have over there next to that looks like a short scale kind of acoustic. Or what kind of is that a ukulele?
Yeah, that's a uke.
It is. Okay, I got one up on the wall too, I have to admit.
It doesn't have any power to it, but I'll run the bass through this and let's hear
It's
how it
right over
sounds.
there. Right against the in between the window and the wall there. Anyway.
Bass is a lot of fun through this pedal.
Yeah,
Of course, I guess that's why they call it a bass synth.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I'm a little off center now. That's close enough.
Give a little distort.
There you go. Oh, that's a wild sound. What's up, Jeff K? Hugh Caldwell says he restrung 9 guitars today.
Oh,
Not
man.
my favorite job. And I'm thinking not your guitars, or were they all your guitars? And that makes it all right.
Jeff K, what's up?
Yeah, what's up, dude? You should have done that on Johnny Bean's Sunday night restring show or a string show. Johnny Bean does the string show. He brings guests in to string guitars.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my
He
goodness.
just decided to do something guitar related on his show because, you know, why not?
I have to do that sometime.
It's a
when
running
I have
joke.
To restring.
It's a running joke with Johnny that he's been on YouTube so long. He got bored of the guitar stuff and started to do comedy and other things with other guests. And then he's getting all this flack for not doing guitar stuff. And he's like, okay, I'll do a restring show on Sunday nights. And it's a real
restring
cool
show.
Well, restring your guitar show. So come and join the show and string a guitar with him live. What did Hugh Caldwell do to be proud of? Oh, okay, because he restrung 9 guitars. Good job, Hugh. We are proud of you. Good job. You're a hero to us all.
Yeah, 9 guitars, one day.
That's a lot, man.
Pretty.
That is, you know, Floyd's. I'm sure there were some Floyd's in there, right? Hey, set up by Marshall. What's up? Yeah. Hey, you know, we could even do that. If you guys want to join the Mod Squad show or the Johnny Bean show, Sunday mornings at 9:30 a.m. I do my Mod Squad show. And then at, I guess it's at like 9 or 9:30 at night, Johnny Bean's string show, guitar string show. Maybe we can have a contest and see who can string the fastest, and then maybe you can win a prize.
Yeah.
You know? You could win one of these thumb picks from Black Mountain Picks, right?
Yeah.
They were so
maybe
cool,
even
you
have
know?
a song going.
There you go.
You could have a song going
You
and
could
then
play
see if you
like
could
a song
restring
in the
during the
background.
song. Yeah, do like a BB King,
like
you know, where you
kind of song.
Yeah.
Have I been to the Starving Musician? Magic Man, yes. You know what I bought there. Yes, and I'm going back
Starving
tomorrow
Musician.
to pick up a Mesa Boogie cab to go along with what I bought at the Starving Musician in Berkeley. It's one of my favorite stores. It's been there since I can remember. And they have a lot of used gear, mostly used gear there. And it's a lot of consignment stuff, but also stuff that they bought, you know. And there happened to be a Carvin Steve Vai VL100 head sitting there, and the price tag on it was ridiculous. And I was like going, And so I plugged in, and what happened is it doesn't have the Carvin Vai logo in the middle that made it so ugly looking. It was missing, but it has a little Vi logo on the bottom corner where, you know, like the input's at. And I'm like, that's, you know, I don't need that big fat ugly logo in the center anyway. And so I said, hey, the logo's missing. Can you guys knock another $100 off the price of this thing? So I got it for $550 out the door.
Not bad.
With a headstock tuner that I ended up, I think it was Rhodey's Jam Cave who won. And by the way, Rhodey, if you're out there lurking or something, or somebody who's a friend of Rhodey's in the chat, tell him to send me his address so I can send him his package, because it's right. Ooh, knocked over the mic almost. It's right here. Doesn't have your address, don't worry. It's just got Rhodey's name on it right now. Rhodey's Jam Cave. If you want your headstock tuner, send me your info or a friend's info or whoever. If you don't want to be known to the world, that's fine. But yeah, so maybe someone can win something on the Johnny Bean show. We'll have a guitar string off.
Guitar string off.
Instead of a dance off, it's a string off. Well, you know what I thought would be fun? I thought what would be fun to end the show tonight is to do what Sean Pierce Johnson and I accidentally invented one time. You know where I'm going with this, right? If you've got if you have a backing track there that we can do this to,
we could try it. Now you're going to hear it at a different latency, so it might be.
Well, that's the whole trick, right? That's to see how good are we that we can kind of somehow pull off.
So let me. All right. I'm going to get the bass.
Latency jam.
I'll get the bass so that this way we can distinguish a little better.
All right, get a bass line going. We're going to do a latency jam. I like to play standing up. I don't know about you guys, but I prefer this position.
What are you feeling? Rock style or?
Oh, it could be funky 70s like detective story movie too. I don't care.
Ooh, okay. We'll be thinking something in D, right?
Okay, whatever.
You got it.
Oh yeah, that actually worked, kind of, right?
That actually worked. You were locked in with the meter.
That's awesome.
You were you were able to
As
hear it.
long as
over
I
there,
played
and
along with it, eventually it would all catch up together, right?
it just caught up. Yeah. Do that. You do over-the-air jams. I never thought it was
There you go.
possible, but it actually is. That's pretty cool.
Latency jam, second time in the world. First time with
Yeah.
Sean Pierce Johnson. Second time here with Jimmy, Guitar Meets Science. It's
Loving it.
I mean, it makes sense that happened with you, you know.
Yeah, latency
What do you guys
jam.
think? That was fun. All right, you guys. So that's the show. So, Jimmy, do you have any final words before my final words?
Well, final words are thank you for having me, Laz. It was
Dude, that
great
was fun.
hanging out with you. Yeah,
Dude,
I
I
had a
gotta
blast,
say,
man.
I dreamed of doing this kind of thing on the internet back when we had that studio in San Mateo. This is what I wanted to do. I wanted to find a way to meet with people around the world and play music together with them. And the YouTubes made it happen, and we're doing it now. And yeah, anyone else wants to join me next time, let me know in the comments or just shoot me an email. Jimmy, you're welcome back again, of course. And then don't forget Jimmy's show. What time do you start?
I do Sundays at 9 o'clock a.m. Pacific time, so I'll be doing it
Perfect.
again this
Right
Sunday.
before I start at 9:30, so watch him for half an
I
hour and
know.
then jump on my show.
I
There's no
thought
rules.
when you were like, hey, do you want to do Sunday at 9:30
Right.
or Thursday? And I'm like,
I have a show then. I tried to be
whatever.
nice, to not have shows when other people did, and I kind of try to move around so I don't, but at a certain point it's just like, oh, it's just gonna happen. So we all just support
It's
each
just
other
gonna
no
happen.
matter what anyway. So
Yeah, no. that's
hey,
totally
what's
fine.
up, Metalhead Hippie? Is that you? No, I thought I saw him for a second. It was just a ghost of Metalhead Hippie popping up.
He's floating
Yeah.
around there and
He's out there somewhere in winter wonderland. So my final words, of course, as always, are, the secret to tone is in your mind, but the feel comes from your heart. Put them together with hands, fingers, nubs. I've seen a guy without fingers on his hand play with his stumpy little stump. Whatever you can do to make music, use your teeth and tongue. I didn't know this, but I heard over the weekend that when I was fake playing my Strat with my teeth, I didn't know that Stevie Ray Vaughan actually pulled one of his teeth loose doing that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know. There's like a video apparently where you see his
Right.
tooth come out.
That's crazy.
I'm
You
like,
know what
man,
else
he was
he
really
did?
playing. He digs in, but man, he dug in with his teeth.
I know you want to end the show, but can I tell you a quick story about Stevie Ray Vaughan?
Please tell me a story. I love Stevie Ray Vaughan.
I was reading about him. He had messed up. He had messed up his fingertip somehow. So what he did, he had to play a show that night, and what he actually did was he super glued his fingertip to his forearm, I believe. Super glued it until it was totally dried, his finger, and he ripped the forearm skin off, and then he played that night with that.
Dang.
Yeah, I was like, man, that's insane.
Well, I've heard, super
See him
glue
doing
comes in handy,
Yeah.
and there you go. I mean, that he took a little from, Tony Iommi and just decided to just do what he could with what he's got.
Exactly.
And Tony Iommi has a pretty unique kind of setup that he actually kind of designed himself with some help. Yeah,
and that actually helped form heavy metal, really. I mean,
Folk
the
and
metal.
Blueser, dude, what's up?
Folk and Blueser, what's up,
Right
man?
on, man. You came just in time. You missed the latency jam, though. You got to go back.
Oh,
that.
yeah.
I gotta go back and listen to that. I want to hear what it sounds like.
I'll be watching playbacks on that one. That was pretty cool.
All right, man. Well, we'll do that again with whoever wants to join. And as you can see, the studio is going to come into some kind of shape here. I can give you guys a real quick rundown if you don't mind me. This is going to maybe make some noise. I'm not sure because I think the mic's disconnected. But see, I don't want to yank everything apart here. But those are some of the pedals that I decided not to choose. Oh, let me get some light on there. So out of the pedals that I own,
wow, you got some pedals.
I've got some pedals there. I didn't choose some of these for the weekend. I got the HX Stomp over here, and yeah, fun stuff. You never know if one of those might be given away during the Christmas holiday season. More likely not, because I love them all. And then I've got
Andy Dion will win them. So
yeah, he will.
He wins everything. That guy. I don't know how he does it.
He's got the magic. He's the magic touch. So the
Magic
guitar's
touch.
up on the wall right now, and then the amps. Right now I've got. Let's see if I can do this better. Got the Roland JC 90
Oh, nice.
over there.
Nice.
I don't know if you can see that.
It's a nice
Let me
amp.
get that light on there.
There you go. Yeah.
And then I've got the Black Star HT Studio 20 that the logo broke off. And then I bought this Vox for $500 at Real Guitars in San Francisco. It's a CC. It's a, you know, it's an AC30 but a CC2, which has a really nice switching system that allows you to do the 4-cable method with switches, and it has a master volume as well.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Get some
that
sweet
Cort
tones out
guitar
of
I
that.
bought from the Cort 7-string I bought from Jack the Rabbit, and then some
Oh.
others. And then here's like a little couch, a little pull-out couch we had our guest from Peru sleeping on. I've got my SSL little DAW controller there, and then this contraption of crap back here is all gonna go. I built these 3 like layers. It's a keyboard that rolls out, and I've got a really nice Roland piano keyboard on there, and then I've got, you know, you probably remember those.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I got one of the MPD32 there, and then my gotta hook that up, the Sapphire Pro 26.
Got some
One
rack
of the
gear
smaller
there.
ones, and then I've got my only Les Pauls. These are the actual Les Paul speakers, studio speakers that are licensed Les Paul signature
Wow.
speakers.
I didn't know they had those. That's cool.
Yeah, they're very, very cool. I found out about these by accident when Trogley was doing the thing about them, and they were blowing them out, so I bought a pair of them, and they're really nice sounding, actually. And then I got the JBLs. And, yeah, I'm going to tear this whole, like, contraption down because it's just not functional, and rebuild everything with this table. This is like one of those studio desks, right? Where I was eating, by the way. in between
Gotta eat on the studio
Jimmy,
desk.
while Jimmy was studio, he was going live. I was eating, but yeah, I'm gonna put it against the wall there by the window. I gotta do some sound acoustic treatment in here. So I actually started another. Let me turn this off. I started another show, or kind of a show. It's gonna be part of the Guitar Mod Squad, or maybe the Gear and Demo show. Maybe the Gear and Demo show makes more sense. I did part 1 of building a studio in a apartment, and how you can acoustically treat and get decent, you know, sound in an apartment. So that's to come. You know, as I go through that, I'll be
That's a good series, yeah.
recording that and doing that series, and with, you know, gear that you can get. And yeah, so I got to redo all this stuff. And actually, I don't know if you remember Jack the Rabbit, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so he lives nearby in the city, so he's going to help me out with some of the design ideas and whatnot. Oops, I just knocked over the flashlight.
Yeah, he's got a pretty
Flashlight.
elaborate setup there. Flashlight.
No, it's not. See, this is a small flashlight.
I see Hugh in the comments there. Thank you, Hugh, man. You rock,
Yeah,
man.
he was awesome. Yeah, totally. Oh, that's not the right one. Where's the one that he was saying? Where is it?
He said,
it's
never
further down.
forget what you done for me when I couldn't make
There
a
you
video.
go.
I remember that. Yep. I remember that time. Now Hugh's just taken off, and it's great to
There
see
you
his
go.
channel.
I gotta go check out his channel too. I don't catch enough other people's stuff now because it's just so busy.
I know, man.
But-
It's been the same way.
Yeah.
I've missed out on a lot, actually.
Yeah, it kind of happens. But yeah, I'll definitely pop in there too and make sure I'm still subscribed, because you know how you get unsubscribed to people. I got unsubscribed
hell?
to Janice. I'm like, what? Janice, I love Janice.
It unsubscribed
gotta-
me to you, Laz. It unsubscribed
Yeah, it'll
me to
happen.
you. I went to
it'll
your
happen.
channel and it said subscribe. I'm like, what the hell are you talking
What?
about? So I subscribed and belled it again.
I know.
You know?
Happens all the time. So yeah, go visit your friends in your subscriber list, and you know, whoever you see in the. It used to be easy where you can just click on somebody's, you know, little whatever you call it, the avatar, you know. You just click on the avatar and go to their channel. Now it's harder. You have to actually type it in or something. But yeah, so the show is definitely over now. Went long, and I'll ask Jimmy to stick around for a couple minutes to say goodbye, you know. But thanks again, you guys, for joining. It was really fun having you here. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe and comment and share and whatever you can do to help all of us help each other grow and make this more fun. But yeah, I mean, this is a labor of love for sure, right? So it's like music tends to be. The more you can spread of it, the better the world is. So
Absolutely.
with that, I'm gonna say, what's the right button here? I think it's this one. No, that's not it. That's not it. Hold on, is it this one? Is it this one? No, it's not that one. Hold on. I think it's not that one. I don't know which one it is. I think is it this one? No, it's not that one. I think it's this one. No, that's not the right one. Okay, it's gotta be this one. Ta-da! The end of the show. Thanks for joining, you guys. Rock on.
Rock on.
Rock on, everybody.